Welcome to the Motown India show. We have Mr. Arun Malhotra, MD of Nissan India, here with us. We're going to ask a few questions about the Datsun brand and the new car they've launched with a much more powerful engine. Welcome to the show, Mr. Malhotra. Very briefly, how do you perceive the journey of Datsun India in India? Are you happy?
So Datsun is a young brand. I still believe it's across the infant age. We are 3 years old in this country.
Okay.
Whereas most of the brands have been for 40 years, 30 years, 20 years, most of the brands have been. So in the 3 year journey, it's an unknown brand. I believe we have gained, it has been challenging times, but we have gained momentum, and having launched 3 products under the Datsun brand, we are now reaching a 1 lakh cumulative figure. So there is an awareness which is growing up, the affinity which is growing up, customers being positively. So it's a slow and steady start, but the graph is pointing positive, and there are very good offshoots which are visible now.
Okay, but I'm sure you'll admit there's a lot of competition in this segment. Datsun was perceived to be a very affordable brand. So has that affordability factor crept into the minds of people? And of course the value that goes with that.
Affordability is a function of 2-3 things. So one is affordability, what are the features or features which convert into benefits convert into. Now suppose I am giving a high ground clearance, which is like an SUV, or I am giving a headroom which is as good as any slightly less premium car, and I am giving it 3 people can sit. So that's the parameter which you have to measure me. Then the affordability is also a question of fuel cost and the owning price, but it's also a cost of owning over a longer period of time, which is beyond fuel. Now the challenge has been, how do you convince, or how do you are able to get that message to customers that not only easy to buy, easy to drive, but also easy to maintain.
Okay, so
that's an important point, and especially when you are entering the entry-level car, where this is a very important, that I call it POM.
Okay.
Not the Prime Minister's office, it's peace of mind.
Peace of mind. Okay.
So that's something which we're working on, and that's what we realized later. And we worked out that 3 year to 5 year unlimited warranty. We worked out a 3 year special package of Datsun Care, which means unlimited 3 years mileage and all maintenance covered, no questions asked.
Okay.
Yeah? So these are things which you are doing. So you're trying to enter into the general of the customer's mind that he doesn't have to compromise on various things. On the other hand, the things which he was enjoying in another car, he should have in this car.
Okay. India is a vast land. It has got its cities, it's got its towns, it's got its villages. Now, this car doesn't move all across the country in terms of acceptance.
You'll be surprised. I mean, this is probably the only brand, at least my marketing knowledge goes, which has received better acceptance in the upcountry markets, some of the small towns. I'll just name you certain towns which are like Sikar, Solan, Tirupur. So, because one of the reasons why I realized, I try to figure out why in Aswal it can sell and where the brand is totally unknown.
Absolutely.
Because I believe the tougher you put the product to, the better it comes out. Like in Delhi, you probably won't know the benefit of ground clearance. Delhi, you won't know the inclined surfaces which you know probably in Mandi, in Himachal, or Srinagar, in JNK. So I think it is reverberating back. The signal, the positivity is reverberating back. Plus, we learned a new points that we need to focus more on styling, some new features which are incorporated in terms of interiors, which we also incorporate.
That's an ongoing process.
That's right.
Now you come with the redi-GO, which is a 1 liter one, and obviously, was there a demand for a more powerful engine?
Absolutely. You see, the challenge is when you have the 800cc, which although saying it's a small car, but in a number of parameters in terms of space, in terms of headroom, sitting, ground clearance, it looks, it behaves like a big car. So when it behaves like a big car, you want the power of a big car also when you need it. If 5 hefty individuals want to sit on it and go from Solan to Shimla, then obviously 800cc will not be sufficient. It will struggle. Okay. So we believe that we can expand the market further through the 1 liter, and the power goes up by 25%.
Okay, so now you are confident that this 1 liter vehicle will move many more places.
I would say many more places. That's a challenge which we have in terms of improving our service reach, but I'd say in much more segments, which is better.
Okay, there's also a massive synergy among several companies, 2 of them being, of course, Nissan and Datsun. Now, Nissan has its own products, and Datsun, of course, its own distinct products. How do people perceive it? How do you feel people perceive it?
You can stretch a brand value or a brand equity to a particular value. If a BMW starts making a small car, obviously an affordable car it cannot sell. Right. Similarly, if a small car manufacturer starts making a big car and they may be as good quality, but they put their brand doesn't. So we believed the common linkage is Japanese technology. They all origin in Japan. But one is accessible Japanese technology, one is as a stylish Japanese technology or more innovative Japanese technology. So we are catering to slightly, one is the entry-level customer and one is the evolved customer.
Okay.
So when initially it's a challenge because you are say how two brands and confusion. But as we go over time and when the product range improves, these two brands will stand for different sets, so you can expand your product range.
Okay, one last question. As we move along, do we see many more products coming into this Datsun family?
So we have announced that in the next 4 years, till 2021, 2022, we will get 4 new Datsun models in the country. And this doesn't include special editions or upgrades which we do.
Okay, so there'll be brand new vehicles.
There will be brand new vehicles.
Different looking too.
Hopefully so, yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.